Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Super Secret Girls Club.
Yes.
I am here with Navi. My name is Marketa, and we have a special guest today.
We do.
Pilar is on the screen. I hope you can see her by now. She's joining us all the way from Scotland.
Yes.
Hi, Pilar.
Can you hear us?
Hi guys.
Hey.
So
Welcome.
I'm not sure if you guys know, but Pilar has a reaction channel as well.
Yes.
And she is covering House of Dragon. So we decided to have the stream today just to talk about House of Dragon as a group of girls and see how we feel about it.
Yes.
But before we start, if you're watching this on YouTube, please go to Twitch because that is where the chat's popping. That is the chat we're reading. If you have any questions for us or for Pilar, you can ask them there. If you are on YouTube and you're chatting with us, we can't see it.
Sorry,
so join
guys.
our Twitch. Join
Yes.
our Twitch. Twitch. It's a free stream. Just join us there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Pilar. How do you feel?
Hi guys. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm so excited that you're joining us. We just had a quick chat with her a little bit before we started, and I thought she was in Argentina, but she's in Scotland, so completely different time zone. So I'm super excited that she's actually able to join us. And yeah, I've been
Yeah,
following
I
you
know.
on social media for a minute.
Yes, I was I think I found your channel back in 2017, so I've been following you guys since 2017.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm so happy to be here, guys.
Yay. Awesome.
So Pilar mentioned that she actually discovered our channel through the Avatar reactions.
Yes, that's how I found out about the reaction genre, if you want, because I have no idea what they were. I had
Yeah.
no friends that were watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I'm obsessed and been obsessed with that show since I was like 12 or 13. So I was just looking at you in YouTube, like Avatar: The Last Airbender analysis, and then
Yeah.
I found this video of these people sitting in a couch watching, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "I've never seen this in my life. Okay, this is interesting. Let's click." And I was like, I got obsessed with all of the reactions. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait until next week. And it was like, I loved it. And then I
Nice.
started watching more reactions. And then I did my own YouTube reaction channel. But yeah, it was because of you guys that I found out about reactions. It's actually really funny.
That's awesome.
What was the show that you started with when you started your channel?
Good question. It was actually La Casa de Papel, Money Heist.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice. Somebody's in the
Yes.
chat actually said they're a big fan of you ever since La Casa de Papel. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I cannot see the comments. I think, can I see them? Is it
Yeah, it will
possible?
be on the Twitch.
If you go to our Twitch and you open the chat, you'll be able to see them.
Let me see.
Yeah. You just
Oh,
have to
that's
make
so
sure
nice.
the volume is down. But yeah.
Yeah, La Casa de Papel. Did you have any actually interaction with the creators of the show or the
I
actors? 'Cause
did
remember.
actually.
Yeah, tell us about that. I remember something, but I don't know the details.
Yeah. So basically, when I started doing Money Heist reactions, it was back in 2018. And as soon as the show premiered, and before it turned really like huge worldwide sensation, my channel was the only one for a few months which had done Money Heist reactions.
Okay.
So I think that's how they discovered me, like
Oh,
the director of the show. And
Yeah.
he reached out to me actually when I finished reacting to the show via Instagram, which was insane.
Nice. Awesome.
I was like, this is probably so fake. Like, stop making fun of me, guys. Like, who is this person? I am not gonna reply to this message.
Oh,
But
But then, yeah, so then I started like stalking him because he wasn't even verified. So I was like, they're messing with me so bad. Like, they're trolling me so bad.
yeah, no, makes total
So-
sense. I'll be worried too.
Yeah, but then I saw that the actors were following him, and I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, fair enough. So yeah, we started chatting about the show, and it was really nice. It was a shock for me, like having the director being like, "I really like your reaction to my show," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. Like, shall I play it cool? Shall I be like, oh my god?"
I'm so excited. That's awesome. I love it. That's a great detective work. It was like, okay, is this person real or not? They're trolling.
Yes.
But yeah, that's very exciting that they reached out to you. Did you
Yeah.
was it just a general conversation or is there
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's my
no,
question.
we talked about the show a lot, and we talked about reactions. And then I remember I was mention about you guys. I was telling him how I found out about reactions, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I know them." And
Oh.
then
Oh God.
and then he was like, "But they haven't react to Money Heist." And I was like, "Mickey, listen to me. You need to react to Money Heist."
Nice.
And then he actually, when you started reacting to Money Heist, him and me were talking about your reactions.
Oh, nice. Oh, I love it. Yay, we've been included.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so best crossovers, Money Heist director, you guys, me, and yes.
You know what? It's funny because we keep mentioning Money Heist. Like every time there's a heist happening in anything, we're like, okay,
Money
who
heist.
is Tokyo? Who is Berlin? Who is Denver? And we're just like, we have like the stereotypes, or not stereotypes, just like the character
Yeah,
archetypes from Money Heist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
I
like
love
applying it
that.
on every heist now.
I love that. I love that.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like we were watching Andor just now.
Yeah.
And
there's a heist in there?
There's a heist, and we're
course.
just like, okay, who's Tokyo?
I love that.
Who's the
Have you
passionate
seen that?
one?
Sorry?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Have you seen that they're gonna do a spin-off about Berlin?
Oh.
I did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it's in production now, so it's really exciting. I think he was one of the best characters.
He was. Yeah.
That's pretty exciting. I love when they do. If it's a good spin-off, I love good spin-offs because spin-offs are better than sequels in my head sometimes.
Well, like Berlin was the most He had like the most interesting life.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it.
No,
right?
I've seen first few episodes, but I
Yeah.
never finished it because I have to sit down and watch it.
Like at some point very early on, there's a character that dies,
Okay.
but he's so charismatic that they like he's literally in every episode even after he dies with flashbacks.
Oh, nice.
Like we couldn't get rid of him.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome. But
It
yeah.
was so good that they had to bring him back, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. But we are actually here to talk about one of you guys' favorite topic that I think people are also chatting in the chat, and I think all three of us is that favorite topic. So we're gonna try to jump into it because we can keep having conversations like all day long and catch up. Because the first time meeting Pilar and us, we've been talking for a minute, so this is exciting. But yeah, we should talk about the HotD.
Yes. Another
House-
spin-off.
Another spin-off, The House of Dragons. Episode 7, correct? That's what it came out. That's the episode number that was recently.
Yes.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. The drift mark.
Yeah, and Pilar, you said that you had just got done editing it, correct? Like
Oh my gosh,
overnight.
it takes me so long to edit videos. Like I've been doing this for a while. I cannot believe I take so long. I love editing, but I'm like, I'm almost finished. 4 hours went past by and I'm still not finished. So yeah, it was like 3 a.m. last night.
Oh wow! And here you are.
We
Yeah,
have
but
a
I
chatter
loved it.
Nice.
In Boys Games, our chatter on Discord says that episode 7 drift mark was made for Pilar. I wonder what that means.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I know. It's just, man, I have very, like, I am not ashamed to show how excited I am about a certain couple in the show, you know?
Same. Oh,
A
we
little
know.
bit,
Same.
a little bit polemic, you know, but like, I love them so much.
Oh God. I love it. Rhaenyra and Damon. I'm
Oh
just
my
like
gosh.
so good. So
Literally.
good.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're two periods, right? It's a fiction show. Like, can I please just ship them? Please leave me
I know.
alone.
Just for this world, guys. Just for House of the Dragon.
Right.
Yes.
We're gonna
yes.
ship them.
Yeah, it's funny that you say like opening about just like, you know, the Targaryen incest and how that's kind of a thing that is like one of the reasons why the other families in Westeros don't like them
Probably.
and keep trying to just like overthrow them in one way or another. I mean, outside of the fact that they have dragons, which is equivalent of a nuclear warhead in that universe as well, and they just have a monopoly on that. I mean, there's many reasons why, you know, people hate the Targaryens, but one of the incest being one. Like every time I like look at Alicent, I just want to strangle her because she like literally we just learned that she already engaged her 2 kids to each other, and I'm like, what? How? What? That's not your custom.
I don't think they have done it.
They did.
They were just talking about it.
Aegon and Helena are like betrothed.
But was that
I was
done?
so confused. I don't know. I was so confused when I think it's Aemon that said she's your future queen, and I was like, wait, what? When did this happen? Like, how can? What?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who did this?
Yeah.
Well, the parents did it.
Interesting. I honestly, I thought that conversation more so went like, oh, we should like, it's like Aemon was like, Aegon, you should marry her, and Aegon was like, well, why don't you? And Aemon's like, yeah, I will, because that's the way that it should go on for a duty, but not so that it was already planned.
Yeah. But they are.
Oh.
They're betrothed.
Makes sense.
And what do you guys think about the relationship? I want to know your guys' opinions on the relationship from episode 1. Like, what did you guys think?
Rhaenyra and Daemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, literally episode 1, when he was putting the necklace on her, I was like, this is happening.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. The necklace. It was so like sensual. Like it was like. And my sister told me that she watches the show with her boyfriend. And in that scene, my sister was freaking out. She was like, "Oh my god, they might be together." And the boyfriend was absolutely clueless. He was like, "No." The uncle giving her a present. I was like, boy, no.
No. In this world, that means way more than just giving a jewelry.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. No, I'm with Ketty. I'm like, I was from day one. Because it's Targaryen, I just have to like put a box. Targaryens in a House of the Dragons in the Game of Thrones world.
They have special rules.
They have special rules, and I was totally on board for them. Yep. I have no problems with that at all.
That's good. We're on this together.
Exactly. And I love match so no. I know.
I think I definitely draw the line with like kids. Like because when Velaryon was trying to get her like 12-year-old Lena married off to Viserys, who was literally already falling apart from age, like that was not okay.
But I mean, they would have waited until she came of age.
I don't care. You probably
14,
like 2 more
guys.
years, so she would be 14.
Yeah, it was 2 more years. Oh, yeah. Exactly.
No.
I mean, yeah, true. But I don't know how old Elena was when she married Daemon.
Oh,
then.
Lena. I mean, it was at
15,
the wedding.
16?
Probably the same.
We can probably figure this out. So
because if it's the wedding, she's still younger than Rhaenyra, and Rhaenyra was getting married at that time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, probably like 17 or 18, because there was also the 3-year time jump.
So if she was 12 at that time, she was only 15.
So she was 15.
Yeah. So she was still very young and like younger than Rhaenyra when she got with Matt.
We don't know if they got instantly married after that wedding.
Can we just talk about?
I don't know.
Can we just talk about the pickup line that Daemon said to Lena when he was like, "Has anybody told you that you're nearly pretty as your brother?" I was like, Daemon, what the fuck?
Like, oh, what kind of line is this? Thank you. Appreciate it. Like, all right,
appreciate it. I'll take it.
Oh my god. But yeah, like Lena was 16, 17. I hear you. I hear you. It's just one of those things like they get betrothed. If they don't consummate, that's a whole different thing. But there's a whole politics behind it too. And then Viserys picking Alicent over Lena. I don't think that was a great choice either. But I do agree. Like, I don't think marrying older people with kids is something that I stand for, even if they're Targaryens. But
Yeah,
Rhaenyra and
yeah.
Daemon, they're fine. They're fine.
They're
Huge
fine.
age gap.
They're so fine.
They're fine.
What is the age gap between
Nobody
Daemon
knows.
and
We don't need.
Rhaenyra?
We don't need to jump into that. It's insane.
We don't want to know.
It's gonna be bad.
We want to live in ignorance.
I mean, it's gonna be bad. Clearly, when that necklace was given by Daemon to Rhaenyra was not the age that she should be getting married. So until like a year or two later, so we are shipping a kid.
She was of age, but she didn't want to get married. Do you remember that? Like she kept getting like proposals and she kept refusing them.
I needed time. I needed like dates at the bottom.
Well, Boyce Games again. Out here in the chat educating us says that in the books she was about 22 when she marries Daemon, speaking about Laena.
Okay.
And that was about a year
Oh.
after Rhaenyra's wedding.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
See?
interesting.
It was
So
different
then,
in the show.
yeah. So then Rhaenyra seemed older than Lena. So Rhaenyra must be like way older in the show then
Yeah,
to be getting married.
yeah.
Okay, 15.
Someone said Damon was 16 when Rhaenyra was born.
Oh, okay. So that's 16 years difference.
It's not too bad. It's definitely questionable.
It's questionable. But all right, but I think going back to it, all three of us in this world are okay with Rhaenyra and Daemon being together and happy with them actually getting married at this point because Rhaenyra is older now with kids and
I'm no
Daemon
longer a
is out.
child, she said. And I was
Exactly.
like, oh my gosh, yes, please.
Just please go for it. Go for it.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to rewatch that whole episode because so much of it was in dark and we watched it with lights on and I was like, I think I missed so much that I need to watch it.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that it was a little like a little bit of a faux pas that they literally had sex the day of the funeral? Because I thought that was, I wanted it to happen, but a part of me was like, could you hold it in your pants for
Yeah.
like at least
A
like
day.
3 days of mourning or something?
Yeah. No, for me, I was kind of weirded out about it. Like, if you see it in the reaction, I'm just like, I'm totally shipping Rhaenyra and Daemon, but when they were doing it, was like, but it's not the right time. Like, you just buried your wife, literally. Like, give it a day. And I don't know, I guess, like, they were both mourning, so I guess that's how they went down. But yeah, it would have been fine if they waited a day or two, but they just, I don't know, everything got accelerated so quick. But what about you?
I think you're right in saying that they were both mourning and they haven't seen each other in 10 years.
That's
And
true.
they needed to feel connected and like they both understand each other and were going through the same thing. And also one thing I like is that the sex was not like intense and rough and like sex. You know what I mean? Like it was not
True.
heavy. It was like more, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they care for each
It's like-
other. You can tell they both
was
care for each
gentle.
other. Yeah.
Exactly. So I like that part. Of course, it would be better if they waited just to pay respects, and yeah, we know that. But I like that it was kind of like not crazy sex, and it was under the full moon in the beach. Oh my gosh!
I know. I was like, oh my god, the sand is everywhere.
I was like, can you please turn on a light? Like I cannot see a thing. How am I missing this? I need details, please.
That sounds good.
Brightness all the way up. All right, lights
Please.
on.
Oh my gosh. Jesus. And I have
still
lights all over my face. I'm complaining. I'm
Exactly.
like,
Yeah, I have to watch it again just because when we are like filming the reactions, there's just like these big beaming lights into our faces.
Yes.
And
Right?
so every time there is a dark scene, it's really hard to see.
reactors problems.
Reactor problems, you guys.
Yeah. So somebody said in the chat, Nats Million, I think why they married quickly is to Viserys didn't stop it. I guess that makes sense. They got married quick just so that like nobody can figure out what it is and then just kind of be done with it, and then they can have kids who can be legitimate and go from there. But
Somebody also talking about sex scenes in Game of Thrones. and now they've gotten better. The thing is, they are directed by women now.
Oh, are they?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that is why we can enjoy it more.
It's more
Yes.
sensual.
Yes, I love how I think Boys Games is saying, I don't know if they have an intimacy coordinator. They're aiming for the female gaze. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
I actually listened. I watched the behind the scenes or the after the episodes
Behind
for
the-
all
like,
of the
yeah.
episodes yesterday because I'm trying to write an essay. I'm having a very hard time,
Mm.
but I was watching the inside the episodes just to get like a more insight from the creators, and the director of the sex scenes was female.
Okay.
Yeah, and she was talking about how like she is very intentional with how she handles like both sexes,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
women, and just how it's not just like woman as the eye candy, and
It's both.
she's engaged as much as the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes sense, and I'm glad they're doing that because especially with Rhaenyra and Daemon, just with the chemistry between two of them, like Pilar, you were saying, like it's been 10 years since they've seen each other. They do care for each other, so it wasn't just like Daemon trying to take over Rhaenyra. Like they actually do have some kind of feelings. So for them to have that like a sex scene that's more for sensual, like they cared for both of them. It felt real. It felt like something that would happen and not just like, oh, pull
I
your
loved-
hair.
exactly, and I love that she initiated it. She was like, "I want you." She was the one that said, and she was like, "Rhaenyra," and she was like, "Please." She was like, "Okay." I love that.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
that was amazing. That's really good. I actually didn't realize that was a film by the female director. It makes so much difference, right? Like it just you don't realize a sex
Absolutely.
scene is a sex scene, but there's a different gaze depending on who's filming and who's directing.
Absolutely. Her name is Claire Kellner, I think.
Claire Kellner.
Yes.
nice. Okay.
And yeah, I reached out to her on Instagram, like literally thanking her, like being like, thank you
Nice.
so much for your work. Like honestly, and she did in such a respectful way as well, even in the brothel scene. I
Yeah.
don't know, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh my god, the brothel scene. Yes.
Yeah, Millie Alcock also in like one of the Inside the episodes.
Yeah.
She's talking about the brothel,
Yeah.
like just being there. I think the actress is like 22 or something,
Okay.
but she's just like suddenly in a room where like everybody's fucking
Yeah.
to a rhythm, so
Yeah.
everybody's like moving rhythmically.
Yeah.
And she's just like, what is happening?
Girl, too much is happening. That's hilarious. I can only imagine being in that set to film.
I know.
Like,
Yeah, I read somewhere, I don't remember where, I don't know if she said it, I think she said it, that they didn't show them, especially her, the brothel set or the people. So they got like in one of the first shot, her first impression of it or something like that,
yeah.
which I think is really cool. Because I was like,
Nice. Yeah. No, that's perfect. Yeah. But like, where is this? What is
That's great.
happening?
I love that.
Oh my god. All right. Do we want to talk about,
Who?
like Ellison? I think that's like
Sure.
a big elephant in a room. I'm curious on what your guys' thoughts are on Ellison. Like she has changed. There's so much layers to her. Like I don't think she's an evil person. But
Alison is so complex. I have so many mixed feelings. It's so complicated. What I think this is very polemic. Like, but she's just so annoying. Like, oh my gosh, girl, you're so annoying. Like, to be honest, I don't care if she's doing the right thing, the morally good. She's just so annoying and like stuck up and like I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what I mean?
fair
Like,
enough.
People try to defend every action that she does, and about like saying I'm team green or I'm team black. I don't know if I'm team anyone, to be honest. I just like characters, and that's what I find empathetic to them. But I am not empathetic with Alison at all. I just find her so annoying. Like, girl, chill. Oh my gosh.
She's always doing the most.
Yeah.
I do
crazy.
feel sorry for her because she's been manipulated by her father, and she really tried to do what she felt was best and living by the rules that and expectations everyone had of her, and she did well performing her duty. But girl, don't be a hater. Like let Rhaenyra live her life. If you didn't, that's fine. Good for you. But like, yeah,
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
jealous.
And it's
she's
like,
jealous.
what I don't understand what Rhaenyra was even supposed to do, because on one hand you have Alicent, who was married off to the king, but I feel like she had at least a little bit of an influence over it, because she, despite, yes, her dad told her to go there, but she seemed to have enjoyed hanging out with the king regardless, not in the way that she would want him to be her partner. But you know what I mean? When it did happen, she only benefited from it by becoming queen,
Yeah.
Exactly.
living a very privileged life. And whereas you have Rhaenyra, who tried to live her best life but couldn't, because ultimately she got married to a man who literally was not attracted to her at all.
Yeah.
And
Any females.
what was she supposed to do with that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, she needs to have heirs. And in the last episode, we finally learned that they indeed tried.
Exactly, they did try. Yeah.
Which
And,
good to know.
And that's just so sad to me that,
Yeah.
you know, both of them were in this position where, like, like 99% of marriages that would be like this would be absolutely loveless and full of hate.
Yep.
But the two of them made it work so that, like, with their communication and the way they, like, felt compassion for each other, that they still managed to have a loving marriage, knowing that he had side bitches, she had side bitches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it just worked out, and I
absolutely.
love that. And
Yeah.
I think that's a little too progressive for the world of Game of Thrones, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I try to see Allison's side. Like, I do understand some part of it, but like Pilar, you are right. Like, she's just, as a personality, as a character, the way she goes about it was like, you are being hypocritical at this point. Like, I understand what you're trying to do. Like, you're doing the same thing. Like, if you are salty that your dad put you in that position, now you're doing the same thing to your kids. Like, it's exact same thing you're doing. So you're not really salty. You're just jealous that you don't have a hot guy. Essentially what it comes down to, because she's a queen. Like, you're queen. You just don't have a hot dude to fuck at the end of the day. Like, that's all you are worried. I don't know. But
I want to read you guys a meme. Once they're gonna have it, I literally posted it. So wait, it says, oh yeah, it was something like the fact that war is about to unleash just because Alison missed her whole finish.
like, seriously, she didn't have her whole face. That's all she wants. Like,
I don't know
yeah,
if you can see this.
we can see it.
Yep,
That's funny.
yep,
I
I've
love
seen
that
this.
meme. I love that. But yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm also like, I don't know. I'm on team Damon. Whoever team he's. Like, end of a day, I don't care if it's a team black, team like green, team yellow. It's like,
But-
that's where we're going.
Say
Okay.
say
it
that
was
all
very-
of this could have been avoided if Viserys just married Rhaenyra and Daemon in the first place. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine what would have become of those
Yeah.
two just like from day one? Oh my gosh. So,
So
yeah, I
many
think
kids.
Viserys is to blame. Viserys
Yeah.
is to blame. I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
But I will say though, like, if they had gotten married, I don't think we would have gotten the Damon that we have now.
No.
Because the Damon we have now is much more chill than the Damon we had who almost took the girl to brothel and fucked her. Like,
Yeah.
there's like I feel like he has more of an understanding now going through the life.
So yeah, that's a good point, because in one of the Inside the episodes, I'm so smart now because I watched it all, but I think it was the episode 3
Yeah.
where they had the end of the war with the sea snake, not the
Sea snake.
the triarchy.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, and then you had the birthday for Aegon, and there was like the stag and the symbolism and all that bullshit. But it was great because both Damon and Rhaenyra had like a rebirth of their characters.
Oh,
Because
okay.
like
Oh.
he overcame, you know, the obstacle that he had.
Yeah.
And like he literally almost died.
Yeah.
And like he was on a suicide mission. The fact that he survived is pure miracle.
Yeah.
But like it ends with like his face just covered in blood, and it just literally looks like he's just
He just
a new
had a
person.
birth. And he
Yeah.
came out of a cave.
Yeah.
So he like literally had a birth.
That
And
was
then you
so
have to say-
awesome. Oh my gosh.
So
the
cool.
kid.
Like literally.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what happened to
And Rhaenyra with when she had to like kill the boar that was attacking
Oh,
her,
yeah.
and her also before returning the white stag.
Oh, the
showed
stag.
to
The
her.
stag found her. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So-
she like let the stag go away. That was amazing.
Yeah.
They were talking about how that means so much because Viserys was worried after they announced him that there is a white stag,
Yeah.
because that's like a symbol of like regal nobility and power and like just destiny.
Yeah.
So because a stag like that would show on Aegon's birthday, that would mean that Viserys chose the wrong heir.
Gotcha.
And it would mean that like Aegon is blessed to be the heir and not Rhaenyra.
But
And
Rhaenyra saw it.
unfortunately, nobody saw that Rhaenyra saw the stag, which is pissing me off.
Beside Kristen, cool.
Kristen, fuck Kristen.
Yeah. Kevin.
I can't stand Kristen. I
Can you
cannot.
guys? I don't know if this happened to you with Kristen. Like I didn't know nothing about the show. I don't know if you guys read the book or knew what Kristen was going to become. Did you knew anything about him at
I
all?
read the book a very long time ago, and I literally don't remember.
I don't remember any of it. And I feel like I don't think I read this history of book. Or maybe I just
So like the
yeah.
the book was like a history of the entire Targaryen dynasty.
so I haven't
was
read
not like
that
a
then.
There was like a
gotcha.
small chapter
Oh.
of this. And I don't
perfect.
remember it. And I also remember not reading the entire book because I got like really frustrated with it at some point. Because it was very hard to read. It was literally just like an encyclopedia.
Oh.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't think people keep saying like I thought I had read the books. I feel like I read it, but I don't remember any of it. So I don't
Yeah.
remember what happened to Kristen Cole.
That's awesome.
I don't.
That-
I
That's
don't know
actually
what's
cool because you get to see like with new. Yeah.
exactly.
What
I
hap-
also think I
what
have a
happened
short-term
to me-
memory.
What happened to me? What happened to me with Kristen was like I really liked him in the first episode.
Yeah.
I was like, I like him so much. He's so hot. He's so nice. He beat Damon. Like what? He's a good night. Like, and then I find him unattractive as well. Not only I hate him, but I cannot find him attractive as well. Did that happen to you as well?
Yeah.
Like, every time I
Yeah.
see him, it's like, what did I see in this guy? Like, he's not even attractive anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
It's like your ex.
exactly.
Exactly. I was like, this person is not attractive. Like, what? Yeah, it's
Like what happened? No, seriously, we were talking
Exactly.
about it, like he was a character that we all loved, and now I don't know if they did something with his hair,
so
like whatever.
He's so unlikable. He's so
Yeah.
unlikable.
He's just like
such a-
standing there with like smirking, was like, I just want to slap your face.
They are both
What is wrong
guys.
with you?
They are both absolutely obsessed with Rhaenyra. Alison and Kristen cannot stop looking at her all the time. It's like, guys, you're so obsessed with her. Like, create a fan club or something.
Also, oh my god, this reminded me of when Rhaenyra was at the council and she was trying to, like make a point, and everybody's like, your tits are leaking, and I'm like,
Who cares?
what? I'm still talking. My mouth is functioning. I am enunciating my point. Please listen to me and stop looking at my tits.
Yeah, let me cover
That
them.
was like the most frustrating thing that Game of Thrones showed to me so far. I'm just like, I cannot believe this is happening. And they literally like, okay, meeting's adjourned because this lady's tits are leaking.
Like
She
seriously.
can't contain herself. Oh my god.
So whatever she's talking doesn't mean anything. But
It was so bad.
Powerful, like the symbol. I don't know if symbolism is the word, but like what represents her making a
Yeah.
point and her. That was like when I saw that, I was like, wow, like I cannot believe they are bringing this stuff to the table for us. Like,
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah,
yeah, that's true. Like even touching on it, that was like, oh yeah, like that happens after you give birth. And she was like, okay, I'm still gonna keep talking. And I was so happy that she didn't let Ellison kind of put her down, because Ellison was like, oh, have modesty, cover yourself. And Renee was like,
Oh
I'm
my
still gonna
gosh,
keep
yes.
talking. Like, I'm still gonna keep saying what I need to say, regardless of what you're trying to do here. But yeah, Westeros is misogynist as crap. It is misogynistic. But I mean, hey, Rhaenyra is still heir. So I'm glad that Viserys hasn't changed that. We'll see what happens when Viserys dies, if he ever dies.
Oh my
But
gosh, can you imagine? Plot twist, he never dies.
he never dies. He's just around. It's like, okay, it's like Queen. Like, just never, until Rhaenyra is old as well. It's like, all right, give her the throne.
So there's a theory that the Maesters are actually trying to poison Viserys. What do
Really?
you guys think about that?
It's actually
Why
what?
would they-
Sorry, I didn't understand.
There's a theory that the Maesters are trying to poison Viserys with all the, the ointments that they put on him.
Yeah.
There's a theory that they're
Oh.
making it worse.
Oh no, he would have been gone by. It's been years. It's been fucking 10 years since he got his first cut. Do you remember that in the first episode he cut himself?
Yeah.
It's been years. I don't think so. I think he would have been gone by now.
I mean, that's fair, because otherwise Maesters are playing long con. It's like, what else are you waiting for? Another kid?
Yeah, I think that's the only reason why that's like a plausible theory. Is because everybody hates Targaryens.
That's true.
So
Fair. But what would they get? What would Maester get killing Viserys in this theory? Like,
they would instate Aegon, who is only half Targaryen, try to marry them off to. Well, I mean, honestly, the one thing I don't understand is why Aegon and Helena are engaged. I don't understand that part.
That's so confusing to me. That was
Yeah.
How can they just drop something like that? Like
Yeah.
even Aemon saying she's your future queen. Like, wait, what? When does this happen? How are you talking about open treason like that? Like,
yeah,
I was so
and
confused.
yeah, I
Oh,
don't know.
I've seen.
I have to.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I've seen it on TikTok. A girl explaining that scene between Aemon, Aegon, and Helena.
Helena,
I think it's
yeah.
Helena,
Helena.
and they said that he actually has feelings for her, like the way she defends her, and he's like I don't know. It was like an explanation why this girl thought Aemon actually have feelings for Helena, something like
Helena.
that. Yes.
Oh, interesting.
So it was interesting.
Okay.
He might. Aemon is an interesting character. He's another character that like we were like all rooting for, and by end of the episode, it's like, I don't know how I feel about you.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Aemon? I'm interested in that. Like.
I like
Aemon?
Aemon's the one
the
who
middle-
stole.
the middle
Yeah,
child.
like in the beginning when he stole the dragon, I really thought he was gonna get burned alive, and then when he actually was able to ride Rhaegar, I was like, wow, you actually have balls, kid. Like, not only you were not scared to go up to the biggest dragon, you were able to like kept trying, didn't get scared, and you were able to succeed. But then he just has such a high testosterone and just coming in with guns blazing, like, you are a bastard, I stole your dragon. It's like, what is happening, Aemon?
Yeah.
Calm down.
So, I mean, he's like a very typical example of what happens when you bully a child. They
True.
I
eventually
said that in
turn
my
into-
reaction. I totally agree, Marketa. I totally
like,
agree.
he turned into the thing that like was oppressing him.
That's true. That's
And,
true.
I mean, he's just trying to like reclaim that power for himself. But I mean, it's just like this toxic cycle.
Because he started the episode actually being really nice, like
Yeah.
defending her sister, and then he tried something that I really liked in the episode, and I almost removed it from my reaction. I was like, I'm not gonna remove this because I actually really like this scene. It's a very small scene when he comes up to, I think it's Lucerys or Damon's daughters, and he's kind of like looking at them, like wanting to say something, and he gives like a little smile. And I was like, that's so nice. Like,
Yeah.
that was genuine, like, of him to try to, I don't know, it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Like as a cousins, like he was trying to, as a kid, doing his best.
Empathize, exactly.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, if you're a child and you write the biggest, most coolest dragon I've ever seen in my life, like, I'm obsessed with that dragon. Like,
Yeah.
and you do that, like, your ego, and I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure. And I keep forgetting that he was being bullied. And I think that's why like I had sympathetic for Amon's like, okay, he's been bullied. I'm fine with him. Like if he ends up getting Vhagar, yeah, like he stole Vhagar, but like if he bonds with him, that's a big victory for sure.
The thing is that people say that those things in the comments of my video, like he's a little son that he stole the dragon. I don't think they are properties. You cannot steal a dragon. They choose you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think yeah, it is weird because like yeah, they keep saying they stole it, and maybe one of the daughters would have gotten the dragon, but there's no chance. There's no chance that they would have. Maybe they would have died while trying to get Vhagar. But yeah, like Aemon got it, so like that's it. Like he did it.
Well, but the thing is that they were not even given the opportunity to try.
True.
Because he like came in the night of the funeral to take the dragon. And I like, I'm trying to avoid the word steal, but it's definitely on the cusp because of the timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he just like, he saw the opportunity, he took it. But
I understand.
It's still.
He didn't stole. I would say he didn't stole the dragon. He stole the opportunity.
Yes.
Maybe the dragon because of the timing. I hadn't thought about the timing. That's right.
Yeah, but at the same time, like I can also say stolen because even if one of the daughters didn't get Vhagar, Vhagar would have stayed with the Valyrian family, whereas now it's with Hightower. So the dragon itself has moved families. Like if it had stayed within the family and just somebody else had gotten it, that's a different thing. So like they stole it from a family. Exactly. Like everybody. So like essentially they took over the biggest weapon. And it's like, all right, it's not that you stole the opportunity, but you stole it from our house.
But guys, I think someone commented on my video that Vhagar was from a Targaryen first. And Aemon is a Targaryen as well. He's not only Hightower.
True.
So it's complicated. I don't know.
I know he is with Targaryen, but the way the episode ended with Otto Hightower and Alicent Hightower just being like,
and the dragon with them. I know.
Yeah, I was like, that was worth the price. I was worth the price with the dragon. It's like, damn, Otto Hightower. How is he back?
I don't understand. You know what? I blame Viserys.
I know.
I blame Viserys because he could have picked anybody else. Why? Like Otto Hightower is not the only qualified person to be the hand in the entire fucking kingdom. I'm sorry.
It's so dumb to have him back. It's so dumb to have him back. The only thing you got him removed, it was because the judgment was blinded by Aegon being his blood and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And now that Aegon is age like appropriate to become king or whatever, you bring him back. Viserys, please, like, oh my gosh.
Viserys is just driving me nuts.
I know.
I love him because
he's so nice and he cares for Rhaenyra, but he's so dumb.
I think he's like a really good human person. Just like
I agree.
He's like a genuinely good person, but I don't think that's a quality
for king in the Game of Thrones.
Like you just have to be like ruthless sometimes.
You have to play the ugly game.
You have to be wise and understand the intrigues, and you have to see if someone's fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the fact that Viserys is really sick now and he's about to die at any minute. Maybe he's not gonna die. We don't know, but the fact that he's really
who knows?
The fact that he's really sick and he asked Daemon to come back to King's Landing. I think he's trying to gather the people that he felt most safe and comfortable with around him. So maybe having also by his side was something that he found comfortable. The idea with maybe.
Probably. Yeah. That's probably what it was. It's still fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It is.
True, but hopefully, like the point that you made, Pilar, like now that Daemon is going back to the King's Landing, maybe he can sit on a small council and keep a watch on it with Rhaenyra and Daemon being around, be able to like, and then it's Otto Hightower and Alicent Hightower on the other end, and Viserys just in the middle. It's like everything is good.
Oh my god!
Blah 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 blah. We are all happy. The world is all good.
I felt so sad. I honestly, I don't know why. I felt so sad when Viserys was screaming, "We're a family, please. We should get along." It's so sad to me. I don't know. I empathize with him so
Yes.
much. He's just trying to make, like, he's literally ignoring all of the red flags in his family, like
Yeah.
all of them. He's just
Yeah.
no. Like, when the kids are fighting each other and you see that they're clearly like they're wearing green, they're wearing red, they don't like each other, and he's like, oh, these
Dang.
boys, they're gonna be
Yeah.
such good friends.
Yeah, like they're just friends. Like they took his eye. Like they're not just play fighting, and it wasn't like just
Yeah.
a tiny scratch.
Yeah.
But so Viserys, yeah, I think he is a good, try to be a good person, but he's too naive, which is causing him to not
He's
see.
oblivious.
He's oblivious. He's trying. He's trying to be more oblivious because ignorance is bliss.
I don't know that he's trying because
You think he does? He
the
doesn't
best,
know.
honestly, the best thing that happened that episode was when he called Allison Emma.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
died.
Oh
my
my gosh.
I literally died. It was so funny to me, but at the same time, so sad for Viserys that he's just like
So
so
sad,
old
'cause-
now that
he's
he like
old,
he
I
just
just
can't
see-
think anymore.
Yeah.
He misses his wife. He never really
Yeah.
got over her, and she's dying. Like I said, we don't know if he's gonna, but like he's so he misses her. He's in a really vulnerable place where he wishes she was around.
Yeah.
I think
True.
someone is saying in the comments, "Oh no, I missed it." Something about, oh, I got it. Good men make for terrible kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Especially like Otto Hightower coming in, right? Like we play an ugly game. I'm so glad I saw this side of you to play this game. It is an ugly game, and Viserys is too good to be playing that ugly game. He's just like, oh, we are here. Everything will be fine. Well, people are like, literally everybody knows that they are bastards.
Yeah.
It's like,
And you know what I actually find like the most infuriating or just like triggering is just knowing that there's this competent person that's just in the room who is literally like right about most things. The only thing she did wrong was just having bastard sons.
yeah. Yeah.
But she's a competent person. She has all of her marbles in the right places. You know what I mean? She's
Yes.
intelligent. She's decisive, and she like it's very early on. For example, when Daemon stole the dragon egg, she literally saved Otto's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has
She
every
understands.
capability and quality of a good leader. And the
Yes,
only
I
reason-
agree.
And the only reason we are following an old man with dementia right now is because of stupid tradition.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody sent in a message. So far, Allison and Damon did not do a single evil bad thing. Rhaenyra and Damon killed innocent people, including his wife.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait, Allison and Damon? And Rhaenyra and
guess she
Damon.
thinks
I
Allison
think he
and
meant
Otto.
Otto, Alison and Otto.
Yeah.
Otto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well,
No, I disagree.
we-
Sorry. Mm-mm.
yeah,
No.
can we say like Allison technically had Strong's killed, even though she didn't want to? The way she just
Yes.
went about it because the position she holds and the who she confided in let the Strongs kill, and at the same time, like Rhaenyra and Daemon, like they could have killed Laenor. And technically in the books, he is killed, but they didn't do that in the show. So Allison doesn't want to go that route. Damon killed too many people, dude. Damon's not a saint. He's
It's
a good-looking guy.
interesting.
Yeah.
It's
What
interesting
if
that
they
he.
were,
It's interesting that he uses the word evil because I agree. Like so far in the show, Alison has not done an evil thing, but he's done such a bad thing about keeping the secret that what's his name? The Hand of the King's son, Lie something.
Laris.
Oh my
Larys.
gosh, Larys.
Yeah,
She's
Clubfoot.
because she's scared, she's keeping the secret that this psychopath is
Yeah.
next to the king. Like he literally killed the Hand of the King. She knows he did it, and she's doing nothing about it. She's doing that because she's scared, but I don't care. That's a horrible thing to do. You're covering and giving like shield to someone that did that, that's insane. She could do that to you, like you don't know,
Yeah, and
to your kids.
she even endorsed it.
Yeah.
Like at first she was so shocked.
Exactly.
She was like, I didn't want this. But the next episode she was like, you will be rewarded for what you did.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I need anything from you. I'm like, girl.
And the other thing, she's keeping Kristen Cole around. Like, why? Like, I still don't know if it's just to be two mean girls, or like I don't, or just have him
Rhaenyra is a fugly slut.
I know. Like, just keep talking about it. Like, seriously. Like Kristen Cole, like I understand, like maybe that way Allison can bind Kristen Cole to like do her bidding. Like she almost asked him to take an eye for a kid, but
Crazy.
like you just still have these people around you who have done horrible things.
For me, it's crazy that Kristen is still around after killing the heir's partner boyfriend. So why is he still around? That's crazy to me. But it makes sense that Allison would want him for himself, like as an ally, kind of like, because she saved him from suicide, like
Exactly.
so he owes her, like, I don't know, respect, alliance, I don't know. So,
like her knighthood. I mean, it makes sense. Like, Evil Idge is that name in the chat said, well, Kristen is a good fighter, so she can't blame her for keeping him around, which makes sense. He's a good fighter, and I think Allison is just trying to prep for, she's preparing for war. So having people around that's devoted to her. But dude, what is up with her? Is it with Kristen? Is his hair? Are they parting his hair differently? He doesn't look as good as he used to. Did he? Like, what happened? Like something happened.
No,
It's the big
it's
insert
driving me
energy.
crazy.
Like, I was like, you just don't look sexy anymore like you used to.
Exactly, I know. I'm so curious. Like, I really want to ask the makeup artist or someone involved in the House of Dragon. Like, have you done something different? It's for like we as women need to know if it's because he's just so annoying and like, ugh, or are you doing something physically different to his face?
Exactly.
We need to know for science.
Yeah, for science.
Yes,
Is it because is he representing our ex that we just don't like, or are you doing something physically that's repulsing us?
He reminds us of our mistakes.
I know.
Exactly.
Like it happened to me. Like when you have this huge crush on someone, like huge crush, and then you're like, what? Like, how? Like, what?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Brown, way shorter hair and always looking angry. Yeah, I guess he always looked angry. That will make sense. He always just has a pissy mood. It was like, God, let me just punch you right now.
There is Sorry, go ahead.
Someone is saying in the comments, this is so interesting to me, and I want that person to explain. He's saying Rhaenyra reminds me of Cersei. Okay, that's interesting. Why is that?
Because Cersei was also like sexually free and doing whatever she wants.
Is that it?
She didn't want to be married to fuck Baratheon. What was his name?
Robert.
Robert.
Yeah, I don't know.
She wanted to be with Jaime, and then she was with her cousin. I forgot his name. But then when like her dad was like, you have to marry another person now that you were queen regent. You cannot be queen alone. And she's like, I'm not a broodmare.
Yeah.
And he's like, but you are.
Yeah, that's true. She's free to choose who to have intimate relationships with. So maybe that's why.
Yeah. I kind of want to talk about this comment. It's a male Charles Josh. Ellison is criticized for keeping Cole and Larys around. What about Rhaenyra getting married to Daemon, a wife killer and a murderer of random people? Well, I mean, Rhaenyra can marry Daemon, but that doesn't make Rhaenyra evil. I mean, Daemon is a bad person, but I mean, Daemon's a great person also in this world. Daemon's a great person.
Guys, I don't like. let's put the books aside. I don't know what happened in the books, but did Damon really, like, he killed her, he ended her life, but not, but he was walking away, and like, what I was so confused by that scene, by that scene, because it's like, was he there to kill her in the first place? What happened? How did they find each other? She was riding the horse. How did he know how to find her? And the accident was not his fault. It was the horse that got scared, and she was paralyzed, and he was walking away, and she was like, "You're a coward," and he was like, "Okay, like, if you want."
I think you justify
know?
Damon, but I think Damon
Am
was
I
there.
am I justifying Damon too much?
I think
Like,
Damon was
but I'm
there to
confused.
kill her. I think he was there to do something with the bronze bitch, because I think he was trying to get her out of the way so he can say, "I'm single, I can marry Rhaenyra."
But my another question that I have that I do not understand, I haven't read the books, either Game of Thrones or these ones, is if you don't is it consummate the word, your
Consummate,
marriage?
yeah.
Consummate your marriage, it means you're not technically married? Because they have
Technically.
so maybe so he didn't have to kill her. I don't think he wanted to, he was there to do that. I don't know, maybe that I'm my blind love for him, but I don't think he was there to kill her. He already told Viserys, like, who gives a what a lord says, like, Aegon took both of her sister, his sisters, to wife, so I can just marry Rhaenyra. I don't need to not be married in a marriage that we didn't even consume. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it totally makes sense. I think the couple things that I will say, I know Aegon the Conqueror had 2 sister wives, but they were both Targaryen. Whereas Daemon had married Rhaenyra, also being married to this bronze bitch. I don't know her name. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep calling her that.
I think her name is Rhea.
Yeah, Rhaenyra?
Rhea.
Being married to Rhea. Rhea is from a different house, from Westeros, who would have looked down upon. If it was another Targaryen and he wanted to marry Rhaenyra, that would have been a different thing. But if he was there, it's like, hey, our marriage is not consummated, we can end it. He didn't have to show up somewhere randomly in a hood. He could have just gone to the palace to talk to her. He was there very suspiciously. He was on suspicious reasons.
I think
That's so weird. He was like staying there in the middle of the mountain, hooded, just standing there, chilling, waiting for her to come. Like, no, that was so weird to me. And she was about to ride with that person. It was her cousin, I think.
Yeah, cousin.
But last minute she said, "No, I want to go alone." So how would Damon know she was alone? I don't know, guys. I just
in like the character chart, I think Damon is like the chaotic neutral, where he doesn't really make plans. I think he just like was on his way to a thing. Like, maybe he was walking to the castle actually, but they bumped into each other, and
things went
their
sideways.
Interaction was the way it was, and I think that maybe initially her falling off the horse was kind of an accident that he didn't intend, but then because of the like other words that she said, and I think that maybe he was also doing like a mercy kill for her, because what's she gonna do, like, being paralyzed?
True.
Like, what is the rest of her life?
He was
But
definitely
I'm not excusing
questionable.
him.
No, it was definitely questionable. Like, you literally broke your wife's skull with a rock. Like, it doesn't matter what's the situation. That's really, that's a lot. But I don't think, like, it would have been better if he just took her to the castle, I think.
They
But
would have
paralyzed
questioned.
people. Yeah, they would have been like,
everybody would think he did that to her.
Yeah.
I just feel like that was an unfortunate like series of events he didn't really think through. You know what I mean? It just kind of happened.
Either way, I don't think he's a wife killer like this person is saying. I wouldn't say he's a wife killer, because he wasn't.
Fair. Going back to the original thing, I don't know. I see both sides. I see all the sides. I just think he was there for some sus. It was just sus that he was there the way he was, and maybe he was on his way to the castle, just got bumped. Either or, like, just the way it worked out in his favor, it just seemed suspicious.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. It is.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what other characters they are that like just insane.
Well, before we talk about anybody else, I did have. There was this one meme that I found hilarious. It was basically just a picture of like another little time jump.
Yeah.
I guess it's gonna be in the next episode where you
Oh.
have like Allison and her kids. They're all dressed in green,
Okay.
and like they just have like these like vacant faces.
Yeah.
You know how they're just like always like not enjoying themselves at all.
Yeah.
And it's just like this is the Christian right.
Christian, right?
I
That's
don't
funny.
know. I just thought it was so funny.
Oh my god.
Straight out of Gilead.
It does. Aegon is just so sad. I'm sad boy. I can't believe he's David Tennant's son. He looks like one. He looks
Yeah.
like him. A male Charles Job. 4 kids attacked Daemon. The kids came at Daemon first. Aemon got Rhaegar fair and square. Aemon was already bullied last episode by Rhaenyra's kids. Daemon lost an eye.
No, he was not bullied by Rhaenyra's kids.
He was bullied by his brother.
By his brother. And
No,
the other
no,
kids.
he was no, he was bullied by Rhaenyra's child. I think Jaceres was the one that brought the pig.
Hey.
I saw
Him-
that. I
Yeah,
said the
it
same
was-
in my.
I need to rewatch that.
I
Yeah.
said the same thing in my reaction. I was like, Rhaenyra's kids didn't do anything. And someone was like, go to this minute, this second of the show, and you'll see that it was Rhaenyra. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I think
Fair.
they were conspiring together. I think it was Aegon and Rhaenyra's kids. It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all of them
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, but together they were laughing. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Viserys was definitely biased toward the Rhaenyra. I kind of understand Alicent wanting an eye for an eye, but I don't think an eye for an eye would have solved the issue. I don't know what Viserys could have done. I think we've talked
What?
about it, and I think this will be a good discussion to have. Like, at that
This is a-
point,
discussion.
yeah, like,
That's a good discussion.
I just,
Let me
like, I'm-
think.
He should have, personally, he should have like put an order in the room. He should have been like, okay, where's my chair? I'm gonna sit on this fucking chair. All the kids line up. Everybody else sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up. And have the kids, you have a timer, 1 minute, explain yourself.
yeah.
Nobody else talks. And then he just like makes a decision and fucking leaves and it's done. You know what I mean? Just like a quick kind of like a court thing. Because everybody respects him still. Like he's
He's a king.
Nobody,
Yes.
If he says silence, everybody's silenced.
Yeah.
Like and
After
you
third time,
you
though.
can't. Yeah, you can't like the way he was like just like in the room around people, like it was like he wasn't commanding any authority. Like I think he should have just like organized the space
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of like have that command of like who's where.
Yeah.
Sit down on his throne and just have the kids talk for a period of time that's fair to everyone.
Fair enough.
Like, I don't know, I'm a teacher, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, actually hear the kids out because, like, I don't think anybody heard the kids properly. They all just like, oh, this person attacked them, this kid attacked them. I think it's just like the reason the fight started. Aemon tried to steal Rhaegar, and it just kind of got escalated. And it would have been fine if there was no knife, and there was a knife got involved, and then things got way too escalated. Otherwise, it was kids fighting. They were just
The
throwing
thing-
punches.
The thing is that he only grabbed the knife because he was literally holding a rock and he was going to smash his face. You remember that he grabbed a
Yeah.
rock?
Yes?
Yeah.
But it is true, guys, that it was the Damon's daughters that did the first punch. Otherwise, he was just like, I'm sorry, it's my dragon, I claimed it. They attacked him and it was 4 against 1.
Yeah,
So that's also like,
that's true.
I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think like eye for an eye would have been fair, but there should have been a fair
What?
trial, even though they were kids. No, I don't think there should have like I don't know whose eye would you take? Like you just like then you are damaging your royal kids. Like I understand they're like
so
still
stupid, so
yeah,
stupid.
like it's
No,
just,
you cannot. You like. Sorry, did you say that it would have been fair? if
no,
they
it
took
wouldn't.
another eye
No,
for-
it wouldn't have been fair. No, I don't think
Oh,
they
okay,
should
okay,
have.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay, okay.
They should not take an eye for an eye. Like that would not have been fair
Literally
at all.
eye for an eye.
Yeah, but it just yeah, there should have been a fair, at least some kind of a trial, like some kind of
What
like
more?
let's hear this out.
What
But
more could have they done, like to punish? Was it Lucerys, the one that took the eye off, the
Yeah.
youngest one?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What could have? Because he needed to be punished, right? Did he? Did he need to be punished
He
for what
literally
he did?
saved another child from having his skull busted with a stone.
yeah. Um,
That's right.
yeah, he
Yeah.
hit him with a rock. I don't think there could have been any more punishment, and that's where I am. Like, I don't think Viserys could have done anything else, but he could have handled it differently, so it
Differently.
seemed fair. Because
Yeah.
it seemed like you're not listening to any of the story. Allison knows one side of the story, Rhaenyra knows one side of the story, and you like didn't do anything.
Well, Alison was also assuming a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like she was speaking on behalf of the. Listen, if they're able to tame a dragon, carry knives, and beat each other in faces, then they're no longer kids. They've lost their innocence, and they can defend themselves in court. They don't need your mom to just be out there yelling. Like, I know that's difficult. I'm not a mom. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna judge
Yeah.
Allison for being the way she is, but like she was on one, and it was so annoying to me because I mean your kids are not innocent, and you're turning them into an actual psychopath when you're not giving them any like consequences for terrible actions they cause because they're not perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But
I mean
she's not
that's
gonna see
the
that.
The same goes for Rhaenyra's kids as well.
I love the way.
like
I love the way Aemon was just literally, he has got nothing to do with what happened. And Rhaenyra goes and punch him. It's like, he was like, what was that for?
It's like it's just like, oh my god, try them as adults.
no, I mean just like let them speak, you know what I mean? Like let them explain
Yeah.
themselves because it's gonna be hard for them to find the right words because they're not fucking adults, you know what I mean? And like being humiliated like that in court in front of people where like they can't use words but they will throw fists, like that's humiliating as fuck.
Yeah,
And I feel like
yeah.
that would help them learn a lesson.
Yeah, and they would have like, and in the end, they probably would have came to the same conclusion that Aemon did. Like, I lost an eye for getting a dragon. I think they would have came to the same conclusion. Like after hearing all this,
Yeah.
you did take a dragon, which is what it started it. You lost an eye. Good thing that you didn't get burned alive. Like at the end of the day, you could have been burned to alive, but you didn't. Eye is just fair. But yeah, that's funny.
It
Aemon's
says,
just- Yeah, go ahead.
no, someone in the comments is saying, I would probably be more angry than. This is true, guys. Like, this is. How can you argue with this? This person is saying, I would probably be more angry than Alison if my son was attacked by 4 people, lose an eye, and not get punished. If you see that way, because it is what happened,
Yeah.
can you, like, I'm not a mom either, but I'm thinking about a dog. If I have a dog and I
Oh,
see
for sure.
4 dogs attacking them, take an eye of my dog, I'll be like, yeah, like, I need something.
Yeah, like
there's-
it's
we need to punish those dogs, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Imagine a child.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
don't
just like the thing is just like you need to put away your bias. Like I know that's difficult, but you need to put away your bias because if you don't, like if you always make excuses for your child and think your child is an angel, you are literally going to raise a psychopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah,
That's
but in
right.
that instance, like I mean, in that instance, Pilar is right. Like if there is like you have a kid who got an eye, like lost an eye, and there's 4 kids who attacked them, I think your first instance is just seriously gonna be like, it's kind of hard in the moment of it, like let's sit down, let's talk what actually happened. We're like, no, whatever ended up happening, he lost an eye, something needs to be happened, and I'm glad it didn't, but I can see it being biased
I
in
can
that
see it.
situation.
I can see
but at the same time, like if you should also know your kids, like yeah, they're idiots. So they must have done something, and Allison's trying not to look at that. So I think that's what caused her reaction to picking up a knife and trying to hurt Rhaenyra. Just that much absurd. Which I like. What was she trying to do? Was she actually gonna try
What
to
was
hurt
she trying-
Rhaenyra? Like I don't.
Yeah, what was she trying to do? Was she trying to get to the child or to Rhaenyra, or she just lost it and did the first thing that?
I don't know. I think she was just she was just in the heat of a moment, and I don't know. I don't know. She was in a heat of a moment. Thank God nothing worse happened than
I think
actually happened.
that was an amazing performance of her. That was absolutely stunning. Like the you can see how desperate she was and like angry and like, and I'm really I really like that. That's the first thing that the first time that we see Alicent break free. Do you know what I mean? Like break free of
Eh,
all the. Do you
yeah,
know
Her
what I mean?
shell cracked.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, her shelter.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it was really disappointing for me when her conversation with Otto afterwards, because I was sure that Otto was gonna be like, "Why did you do that?" Like, but he was
yeah.
actually proud, and I was like, that was the moment that Alicent, for the first time, break free. She was ready to maybe get down to earth and be like, okay, what am I doing is not wrong. Where does this come from? Like up touch bottom. And then Otto comes and he's like, oh, you're ready to win this. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
It
Yeah.
was
I
like
was
you're the
so
best
mad.
child. Oh my God.
You know
Yes.
what? It's really good that there's like no war or conflict or no like complications happening right now after the Valerian took over and like took care of that one the triarchy problem.
Yeah,
Because like everybody's so self-absorbed in all this
their own family
drama
drama.
that like I don't think anybody's like actually ruling the country right now. Not the king, not the hand. Certainly not Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra is just looking for the next dick.
Yeah, and
Oh my
just trying to
gosh.
make sure,
Yeah.
and then just trying to make sure nobody's like claiming her kids as bastards. Like that's
Yeah.
her main problem right now.
Yeah.
But oh my God, that's hilarious. Yeah, nobody's ruling the kingdom. Kingdom's being ruled by itself. They're just getting taxes that
Right.
they're eating
Yeah.
away. But this is hilarious. Allison has misplayed anger toward Rhaenyra when it should be for Otto. Maybe it is a misplaced. I
Why
don't.
should it be for Otto though?
Because
Because
Otto is the
Otto
one that pushed her
Her.
since he was a literally child to flirt with the king, have his children, and everything. I think this is like such a daddy issues show. Like all the characters are, most of them are driven by this need to um, please their
Yeah.
father. You know what I mean? Alison, all she's been doing is trying to please Otto, trying to do what she's told. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I wish, like, can you imagine if Rhaenyra and Alison had a chat when they were teenagers about this, about like how Otto is the
Everything.
one? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and you're right. And I guess one thing, and I don't know, Kenny, since you've seen behind the scenes, was they ever mention how Alicent felt about Otto sending her to King's room? Because I feel like at the end of the day, I'm making assumptions that Alicent was not happy with it based on very small scenes that we have seen, but Alicent herself never said anything. Like, I mean, we know obviously she doesn't want to fuck an old guy,
I
but
have
like,
I think I might have the answer to that.
yeah,
And what I think is that she was trying to trick herself into thinking that this is what she wants to do because it's the right thing. But you can see very sadly how she harms herself. So she's not,
yeah,
so physically, mentally, she's trying to be like, this is what I have to do. But then she's harming herself. She's
yeah,
literally
fair.
committing self-harm. So I think that was a very subtle and good thing that the show did, was trying to show her like she's a child. She has no idea, like she's trying to please her father, but and then the scene when Viserys goes and calls for her, and then we see the camera on top of the bed, and she's like, that was so shocking for me. I felt so
Yeah,
sad.
I
That was
know.
like, I was like, gosh. I was
Just
like, oh
going
my
back
god.
and forth,
Do I
also
feel
like
sorry for
between.
her? Do I hate her? I don't know what to feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She's
I mean,
a lot of layers,
yeah.
a lot of
I
layers.
definitely feel bad for like the child Alicent that we met in the first 5 episodes. And yeah, like the self-harm was definitely a big part of, her just not being she's just such a docile mouse. She just like wants to be invisible,
Yeah,
she wants to play by the rules. She just, she's so anxious. She's really concerned about how people think of her. She has like all these anxieties that are very relatable and like genuine. but then it, unfortunately, because she never like had any time to address it because she got married off so young, and I mean she just buried it.
Yeah.
She stopped harming herself, but she just buried all of this in her, and it's still there, and she still lives the same life basically. Like she hasn't moved from her station. She became a queen as a child. Now she is still a queen, and it means nothing for her because Rhaenyra is
gonna be the the queen after her, after Viserys. Yeah, no, you're right, and I think going back to whoever made that comment, like, because she buried it inside, it could be that she's taking that anger, that frustration that she had in her on Rhaenyra, because she can't really put it on her father because she had never really had help. Obviously, there's no therapy in this time to understand, like, your anger is misplaced. Your anger is coming from this instance. Maybe like then she's misplacing it.
I love that, Navi. I love that. I love the misplaced anger. Is that what you said?
Yeah, misplaced anger.
I love that. I think that's so true. That's literally Allison's problems. Misplaced anger. Yeah. Misplaced anger, girl. It's your father. It's not Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra is living her life. Let her, please.
Let her stop being jelly. But Ovo said, Allison, actress, said that she's mad at Rhaenyra because she was in love with Kristen, but we never even got a hint of it. Oh,
that's weird.
That's weird.
I never saw that coming
at all. Maybe that was maybe in the tourney. I didn't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's in the books. If that's the case, in the books, from what I heard, that Alicent and Rhaenyra were never friends when they were younger. So it would make sense they end up where they end up being because they were never friends to begin with. So there are small things that's being changed. But I don't know. Maybe.
That's
I love how active. I love how active the chat is. Everybody's having a full-on conversation.
I know.
It's great.
Yeah. Oh, first time chat. Cutie out loud. Let her break the rules and be free. Yeah, literally. Let her be. Yeah. Let her do what she wants to do. Poor Rhaenyra.
Someone is saying, no, not even in the books. Yeah, I don't know what the actress said that. Can you send me the link in Instagram? I'm really curious.
Yeah. But interesting. The C word for Christian and asking Joffrey after he was born solidified it. It's clear which side he's supposed to support at the Jace Helena proposal. I missed the other conversations.
There was apparently during Joffrey's wedding before he got offed.
Yeah.
He mentioned something about this era, and he mentioned Kristen.
Oh.
But I don't remember, and I don't want to remember. I just want to be surprised.
Fair
but
enough.
It's apparently kind of like a sentence that kind of describes the ending of this show. You know what I mean? So I don't want to know. Please don't.
For the whole show.
Not remind us. I'm not interested.
I might go look it up. I don't know why.
I don't.
Maybe not.
I am so glad I have terrible memory.
I know, same. I feel like with watching so many shows, I have such a short-term memory that I feel like I read it, but I don't remember any of it. So even like we watched the Halloween Kill, and I feel like I'd seen the movie, but I don't remember anything, like how it ended. So it's like I was still shocked just as much. It's like, I feel like I've seen it, but it's mixed with 10 other things that I've seen. Everything is mixed together. But that's true. Okay.
What do you,
Go ahead.
What do you guys think about this? How do you say this? Like the power of seeing the future that Helena has. Have you noticed what she said about losing an eye? And I'm scared now. I'm just not gonna. I don't want to get spoiled by Helena. So from now I'm just not gonna read her dialogue. Those are spoilers, right? I'm just gonna be like, oh no.
It's like foreshadowing. I didn't realize that until actually like afterwards. We were like, oh, she said that in the chat, and we didn't realize that. So I'm opposite. I'm gonna try to read what she says in the future because it's gonna be a riddle. I'm not gonna know right away.
It's always a riddle, and you don't really know what it means until it happens.
That's true.
Then it just kind of like clicks. And
it's fun to guess as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will be cool. Do I need to tell Spencer that we are?
I'm gonna read this comment that keeps repeating from email Charlie's Josh. I think it's a good comment. I feel like Rhaenyra lacks honor. She reminds me of Robb Stark. Robb Stark was a good person. He wasn't honorable. He wasn't willing to make personal sacrifices for the good of his people and for the realm. I think the same goes for Rhaenyra. That's an interesting comparison. I think I agree.
Do you? So Robb Stark was a
Robb
good
Stark
person.
Married,
That's true.
outside of the arranged stipulation, and it literally cost everybody their lives.
Everybody died.
Everybody died because of it.
That was insane. That is very true. I never thought of that.
But then I asked the same question that the Targaryen the Night's Watch asked Jon, what is honor? Like, what is honor? Like, Ned was the most honorable person, and he lied to his wife that he
had a kid.
sex, a kid and a bastard, and he watched his wife for years being bitter about this. So, like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, is it really that bad to have sex with someone else and have kids? Like, is that dishonorable? I just don't understand.
I don't think it's dishonorable in Rhaenyra's case because they had a conversation about it.
That's true.
It was consensual.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but yeah, seriously, I don't think that's dishonor because she is being ethically non-monogamous.
I think this world defines honor as you're willing to put the realm above your self-interest, which even Viserys wasn't able to do because he should have married Laena. But he was interested more in being married to Alicent.
It's true. Yeah.
I think so. Like, if your decisions are motivated with your own self-interest instead of an interest of the realm, then you're not honorable.
Fair enough.
That's maybe why Alicent is also this salty.
Yeah,
about
because she did
everything.
her duty, even though her duty was kind of pushed on her and she stuck with it. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. Honor is also a gray area.
Yeah, it is.
Depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
I cannot think. I cannot not think about Zuko every time someone says honor.
Yeah. Honor.
What would Zuko think about this?
Oh God,
think about
he
this.
would lose his mind. He
must
would
bring
binge
honor
it
back.
in the overnight drinking tea with Uncle Iroh.
What
seriously.
team would be Zuko and Aaron?
Who knows? Who knows? They'll be all over the place.
Well, they are fire, so they would probably be.
With Targaryens.
Oh
Targaryen.
yeah, what a good answer, Marketa. You're the best.
I would love to see Zuko on the throne.
Oh my God.
gosh.
It'd be great. But I think we are close to like ending our stream. We're gonna try to rate someone. But I love the chat. I think I might go back to read some of it and actually rewatch the show. But thank you so much, Pilar, for joining us.
Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super secret girls club. Super secret girls club. Super secret girls club.